Maybe I'll just spit some. I'll just spit some game on the mic. I mean, what else am I gonna do?
Why is the feet black?
Oh, that just turned black. Yeah. It was just literally just on a second ago. Is the shutter closed? That's open.
No, it's with the connection. It's not appearing in sources either. What the fuck?
'87 shots.
Phones or the mic?
Probably mic.
Let's go mic.
Oh yeah, because I don't hear anything through it, of course.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this game between RPI Engineers and Clarkson Knights. The Engineers are on the road in Clarkson today at the Shield Arena. Currently 0-0, 13 minutes in, or sorry, 7 minutes into the first period, 13 minutes left. Sorry for the little bit technical difficulties we had there. The camera control application kind of just went haywire on us, to be honest with you. It's unexplainable. But we're back. Should be an exciting game today. I will have to leave some point soon to pick up sandwiches for the team. Actually, very soon. This is quite unfortunate, actually. Now there's only now working. But should be an exciting game for everyone at home. Freshman Gavin Dumas looking to extend his point streak. Engineers battling in front of the net here. Lots of work this week done in practice on end zone, tight around the net play. Hoping to gain some dominance in the house, the opposing team's house. Thomas Hall takes a shot from the point, tip and saved. Anton Safinoff, the tip merchant in front of the net. Scored 2 tip goals last game against Army. Unfortunately, the Engineers were not able to show anything more than those tips that game. Knights advance the zone 3-on-2. Chip into the zone. Sophomore Zachary Roy. Fighting down low. Glove down on the near side boards. Toe drag by Zaid Karame. Trent Burton's pass across the slot did not make it through. Side Karame takes a shot on net. It's turned aside. The Knights making it look another advance. Gain the zone. And the puck is frozen by freshman Hayden Plumley. This is Hayden Plumley's second start of the season. First one resulting in a shutout. Maybe hoping to continue that streak. Brendan Ma finding the offensive zone. The Engineers are called for offsides. Xander Zoyer looking to continue a flawless streak. He unfortunately loses this one. Hopefully I didn't jinx him. Knights looking to find some setup in the zone, a little bit of comfort. And they score on a rebound off the left pad. Tough break for the Engineers here. Relatively early on into the game. Plenty of hockey left. A little bit of a lapse of judgment on the defensive end, allowing a push so high through the slot. However, this is hockey, and the only way goals are scored are when mistakes are made. The Knights regrouping in the defensive zone. Alec Garabet putting on the pressure deep into the zone, able to win the puck over for the Engineers. Engineers looking to settle it down. Thomas Hall finds a shot and scores. A very rapid response from the Engineers here. It appears that sophomore Jack Booten has scored his second goal. Second career goal off that deflection. Jack. And what a response from the Engineers. Hopefully they will continue to bring this energy forth into the rest of this period. Side Karame's dump is gloved down, and we have a whistle. Something's happened behind the play. Possibly a hand pass infraction would be my guess. Yeah, it looks like the Clarkson Knight center is making the gloving down motion, which could only insinuate that was the violation. A sort of hand pass. Side Karame goes to collect the puck behind his net. Anton Safanov winning the icing. Making his rounds along the near side boards. Brody Dirty. Finds a shot on net, turned aside. Shot does not make it through. Not sure if that was a save or a deflection. A stick is left behind the play. Zaid Karame fends off another oppressor behind the net. Oppressor might be a little extreme. The adjective. Keep it at opponent. Although in this case he was physically oppressed behind the net. The puck finds its way into the RPI's bench. Sorry about that. Forgot to change the scoreboard. Save. Bad save. Great flexibility out of the freshman's hips there. Able to stay poised and strong in such a sprawled position. Inspiring. Puck finds its way across. Sanders over the crisp pass. Turned aside by left blocker save. Right blocker save. I'm talking from my point of view. Sanders Zoya corralling the puck. Gavin Dumas dancing along the line. Turned aside by the blocker. The Engineers relentlessly trying to find. What a backhand goal by Gavin Dumas. Wow. You can't tell the excitement of my voice. That was ecstatically impressive. I am ecstatic to see that goal. Sorry, I had two different thoughts in my head that I wanted to say and said both of them at the same time in a weird conjunction. Gavin Dumas, as we were talking earlier, continues his point streak. Possibly hunting for that RPI scoring / point record. That is certainly in his scopes now with this many consecutive games with a point. At least 1 point, with having one with 2 goals, one a 4-point game. I believe it was a hat trick and an assist. He is certainly on his way. The puck does not make it out of the zone as Will Gasa is able to shoulder it down. The puck now makes it out of the zone. Freshman Nile. Clarkson, nice walk in the zone. Stick snaps. Violin string. Nile. Nile just scored. It would seem. Yes, absolutely. Nile scored. Sorry, I have a bad angle on that one. What a goal for the boy. Opening his freshman career with a goal. Tough break on that goal for the Clarkson goalie. I'm sure he wants that one back, but as a fellow goalie, it happens. Anton Safonov takes a face-off again as RPI now leads 3-1. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first period. Clarkson fans enjoying that puck freeze by freshman Hayden Plymley. It is very distinct and swift puck coverage. Icing is waved off in the RPI defensive zone. Senior, or rather graduate student, Stephen Feldman. Headmans the puck. Gavin Dumas unable to hold on to it. However, he makes the icing. Gavin Dumas dances into the circle. Brendan Ma shot blocked by the shin pads. Back to Brendan Ma. And Wim van Rossum will go into the zone to collect. And he will find his D partner. He will find Xander Zoya at center ice again, dancing along fancy pants, dancing feet. Xander Zoy still has the puck. Amazing individual effort. Great right pad save. Brendan Ma unable to finish that one. Definitely should have got some air on that lift. It looks like he's laughing and smiling because he also acknowledges that he should have and could have put that away. Shot and held. Alec Garabet lines up for another face-off in the Knights' defensive zone. A swift win pushes out to the point to Thomas Hall. Niall O'Malley, another shot on net, and the puck is covered in front. Sorry, I've been reminded again to update the score. I am lacking this department. I'm just kind of watching the game and talking, honestly, to you guys. So I'll improve in that part. Hayden Plymley stops the puck on a rim. Defenseman able to make a swift outlet pass to William Gasa. William Gasa loses the puck in the defensive zone. Bird dogging it a little bit low. The Knights, swift breakout. Puck makes its way back out of the zone. Anton Safonov touches the puck around the defender, going in low behind the net, looking to find Henry Young in front. Not quite. Pushes along to Brody O'Dirty. Right in front, Anton Safonov, unable to get the puck past the netminder. Big hit by Zad Karame. That brings some excitement into the blood of the team in these Sangria red uniforms. Seth McKenna going down low, looking to battle the puck. Loses the battle. The puck is kept in the zone by Zad Karame. As Seth McKenna goes in again, one-on-one. Into the corner. Small battle is picked up by Trent Burton, who cycles down low behind the net. And then is picked up a little bit haphazardly by Zachary Roy. Trent Burton back with the puck. Possibly looking to find Stephen Feldman at that point. He does. Unfortunately, that puck is turned over at the blue line. And the Knights go down for a shot on net, which is swiftly swallowed by Hayden Plymley. Great save, Hayden. Routine textbook. That's all what he's about. The Engineers practicing a well-practiced, well-rehearsed breakout. Xander Zoya comes off a little funny off his stick. Back into the corner of the offensive zone. The Knights recollect the puck. Headman the puck, unable to get picked up. And the Engineers looking to control it in their end. Brendan Ma stripped of the puck at near the blue line. Ben Van Rossum gets a shot up on net, turned aside. The Knights looking against him. Brian D'Souza goes into the corner. Absorbs a little bit of a side awkward hip check. Thomas Hall ricochets it off the glass. Alec Garabet looking to be patient. Get a cheeky rebound behind the net. Unable to find that one. Now coming to the final minute of the first period. William Gasa charging through the neutral zone. Henry on. Thomas Hall. Ryan D'Souza. Unfortunately lost by Brody Dirty. Turned aside by blocker saved by Hayden. Knights still looking to get that last chance opportunity before the clock runs out. Got about 20 seconds here. Looks like he tripped possibly over his own skate there. Brody off the skate of the Knight. Down. The Knights burn off the last couple seconds of the clock. And there you have it. That will do it for the first period. RPI 3, Clarkson 1. Rejoin us in approximately 15 minutes, and we will be back on the road with the second period. All right, Blake, go get the sandwiches.
Yeah?
Sandwiches. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I had to pick up the sandwiches for the team at J Perk Subs. It's pretty good, actually. Would recommend that if you're in the area. The Engineers, while we're away, have put up 2. Scored by Brody, freshman Brody O'Dirty, and Henry Ong. From what I hear, they were pretty solid goals, pretty routine, nothing too scrappy. And the Knights have changed out their netminder. Then Donsafinov is led into the zone. Trent Burton headmans it. Sorry, finds the point. Doesn't headman it, finds the point. Stephen Feldman keeps that in play. Brody looking to walk in. And the Knights are released. Tussle behind the net. The Knights blew a little bit of a tire there entering the zone. The puck makes it down back into their defensive end. Zachary Roy putting the pressure on. The puck is tipped just beyond the red line, so it won't go down for an ice. Van Rossum collects the puck. Battles down low. Shot off the side of the net by Xander Zoya. Thomas Hall fires the puck into the zone again. It's clicked. Fancy move by Xander Zoya. We're going to find the front of the net. How did... That was voodoo. I was watching the puck and still somehow did not understand how that just went in. If anyone wanted to comment down below on how that actually went in, it'd be great. I was half focused on it. Do you have anything to say on that, Jacob, how that went in? A little bit of it seemed like a tussle around the near post is what I could say best on that. I'm going to blame it on this one glass divider that is somehow conveniently placed directly in front of the net. It is small, but small things can do great things when they put to the right tasks. One time, missed by Alec Garabet. Puck in front of the net. Garabet still battling down low, going back and forth against the Knights. William Gesa gets a little bit of a tip off the edge of the stick, and the puck is sent across the ice. Hayden turns that puck aside. Jack Bowen unable to get a grip on that puck. The puck still collides down into the defensive zone of the Knights. The Knights pulling forward through the neutral zone into the defensive zone. Make an entry. Circling back around. A little bit of a hard-to-control pass along the boards there. Inside Karame muscles off his opponent, his offender. And Donsafinov looking for a little offset face-off there. An intentional push through, unable to get it to the right side of the man. The Knights careening into the zone. John Hudson able to turn them aside with a long reach from his stick. Got to start the clock, yeah. Shot saved from Ryan D'Souza. Ryan D'Souza looking to gain the zone. Getting delayed offsides. It's called off as Engineers successfully make it out of the zone before re-entry. The ice will go down. The puck will go down for an icing as Thomas Hall wins that icing race. As the Knights trying to pull a little bit of a slippery change move. A sneaky move. For those who don't know, on an icing call, if you commit the icing, you may not change your players on the ice. So it is between sometimes players to be sneaky and make it off the ice before that icing is called. But the refs usually get it. Sometimes you can get away with it, though. Brendan Ma pushes along for Kevin Dumas, who's looking for the wrap against the pad, and the puck is saved and frozen by the Knights. Speaking of frozen, what's it called when a snowman throws a tantrum? Nothing, Jacob? A meltdown. You guys can't hear him, but Jacob was laughing hysterically behind the camera. The Engineers find the offensive zone again. Jack Boughton shovels the puck up into the netting, and the play is stopped. Stephen Feldman looking to find the offensive zone again, dancing in, a little bit of fancy stick work there, trying to find his teammates in front of the net, pushes out to side Karame. Shot deflection looking shot. Finds his way back out, it's turned aside by the netminder. Jack Boughton pushes back up to the point. Stephen Feldman, a second attempt, deflected off the stick of the Knights. And the Knights regain possession in their own defensive end. The Knights up before, looking for a little bit single effort here. Unable to penetrate through the defense. John Safinoff walking down. Puck almost looked like it was glued to his stick there for a second. An impressive feat of stick handling. The puck is then careened around the boards. Brody O'Dirty is fighting for that. He sort of wins it, though. The defensemen are able to pick it up in their own zone. And Riong battling along the boards. And Riong finds the center for Anton Safinoff. And he scores. Well-placed shot by this graduate student now. Almost called him a senior. Doesn't get that luxury anymore. Old man yells at Cloud. Just like Cheddar, though. He gets sharper as he ages. Then Van Rossum goes to collect the puck in his defensive end. John Hudson fires the puck up. It's stopped before the blue line. Trent Burton looking to go one-on-one. The defenseman gets a shot off, and it is deflected up into the netting. The play is stopped. Niall unable to beat the puck to that angle. Thomas Hall pushes it back out. Zachary Roy putting the pressure on. Seth McKenna, shoulders, contact. Trent going to the corner, unable to find contact and the puck. But is able to stop this attempt to enter through the neutral zone. Brendan Ma. The Knights use some good edge work to evade him in their own net, around their own net. Xander Zoya leaves the puck for Nile, who brings it all the way down into the offensive zone. Finds Gavin Dumas at the point, and the tip does not make it through. Netminder with a well-predicted save. Referee playing a little bit of defense there, not in his golden rectangle. The Knights pushing it through defensive zone, unable to get it through. Zaid Karame says no. Brendan Ma finding through. Left pad save. The puck finds its way into the corner. Brendan Ma battling again, pushes it along. Gavin Dumas. Gavin Dumas still with the puck. Shovels it back for Brendan Ma. Headman's into Zaid Karame. And the shot is stopped with a swift, sweeping glove hand. And I also forgot to stop the clock again. Surprise, surprise. William Gesa battling hard behind the net. He wants to keep that puck in the zone. William Gesa unable to find the net. Looks like he might have been looking for an in-front tip off that. I give him the benefit of the doubt on that lackluster attempt of a shot. Jack Booten battling along. Reverses it to William Gesa. John Hudson slides it across. Vin Van Rossum. The shot turned aside. Alec Garabet battling on the boards again. William Gesa. Glove down by John Hudson on the far side boards. The Knights picked off by Anton Safanov. And he scores. A great individual effort from Anton Safanov to pick that off the offensive blue line and take it all the way to the house. He's got tricky hands. Can't blame too much on the goalie. Anton Safanov again coming down. Final 20 seconds of the period. And it is gloved. Trent Burton keeps it on the near side boards. Finds Zachary Roy. Zachary Roy slides to the center. Puck pops out in front. No finish there as the Knights come down 2-on-2. One man beat tossed aside by Tommy Hall. And that will finish the period. RPI leads the Knights 8-1 as we go into the third. 41 shots to 12. A little bit of a one-sided story there in the shot count. The Engineers putting some swift goals away. Able to put the team in a good position going into the third period. Join us soon in approximately 15 minutes, and we will rejoin this journey towards the end of the game. See you all then. And we are underway again for the third period. Big hit to start the period behind the net on Nile. Knights possibly looking to lay the body this period. Puck just stopped behind the net by Hayden. Puck just not make it out of the zone. And is scooped to safety icing by Xander. Brendan Ma gains the zone, dumps it in. Puck bobbles. Side Karame takes a little bit with that puck on the stick, waits a little too long. William Gesa pushes through the defensive zone. Shot goes high and wide up Alan Garabet. Saved by Steven Feldman, and hammers one back in, turned aside by the stick of the netminder. Karame pushes back along the board, slips through William Gase's feet. William Gase driving to the net. Alec Garabit gets a quick shot off pads in front. Puck slips through his stick. William Gase retrieve. Finds side Karame across the ice side, patient. Puck will go down to the net. No icing. Push forward once again, the Knights. Stephen Feldman pushes it back into the zone. They will restart. Henry Ong a little bit excited there. A little bit quick play to the front of the net. Maybe a little bit more patience required. Anton Safanov finding the zone. Quick turnaround on the back end. Henry Ong unable to control that one. And the Knights going down 3-on-3, get a shot, and it is gloved. Engineers and Knights will change. Puck will make it past. And good. Waved off. Icing is waved off. Bad miscommunication there. The puck is held. Trent Burton's shot, looking to find low glove there. Brendan Ma with the quick play in front of the net. And they will regroup. Xander, Brendan, and Gavin here going for the first face-off. Gavin steps through. Shot is blocked in the feet of the Knight. The Knights gain the offensive zone. Ryan D'Souza going to the corner, contested. Knight bats the puck out of the air there. Ryan D'Souza shoulder checking. Finds the corner. The puck makes its way up a little futsal move. Brendan Ma redirects it with the skate through his legs. Stick lifted on Gavin Dumas. He looks for the 1-T in front of the net. Xander Zoya pressured on his back end. Gavin Dumas in front of the zone. Comfort. Deflection not able to make it through. They will restart that same process. Side Karame gets the puck in low. Gavin Dumas 2-on-1 the corner. He loses that one. Knights collected and they make their way through the. Did not make it to the neutral zone. Alec Garabet will now be on the puck as he battles into the corner. Some slight body bumper carring going on over there. Zide, a little bit of a bouncy puck off the skates there. As it ricochets too deep back into the zone, and the Knights collected. Now the Engineers will push back through into the defensive zone again. Jack Boughton finds his teammate low. William Gesa walks in, unable to find a shot off. A high pressure by Stefan Feldman. He's punished on that one as the Knights will now go down. Shot goes high over the net. Plymley looking in control as always. And we will get a high stick on the Engineers. John Safanov going for a defensive zone faceoff. Loses that one. Good move by the Knights center there. Shuffled along the boards by Vern Rawson. Hudson will pick it up. Looking to find Brody or Dirty in the defensive zone. The Knights looking to get a shot off here. Unable to get that one done. Push down into the zone. Anton Safanov will take care of that. John Hudson pushed off the boards. Clean breakout from the Engineers and the headman Anton Safanov. Close offside call there. Good call by the ref or close miss. Not sure. Anton Safanov battling in the corner. A little bit of getting a little slash on his butt behind the play as he regains the puck behind the net. Looking to find some options in front. He'll hold on to it, pushing along for Trent Burton. He pushes back towards him, and there's a little bit of a pushing scrum on the boards here as they collapse on one another. Anton Safanov again tangled up down low. Seth McKenna pushes up for Nile. Nile will lose at the blue line. The Engineers will restart. Good tip by Trent Burton to push them along for Zach Roy. Zach Roy again with the puck. Pushes out for O'Malley. D'Souza sends it into the zone. And Zach Roy will bird dog it. Brendan Ma pressing pressure on the near side. Assisted by O'Malley, he will successfully pick it up, and Xander Zoya will find the far side. Spinning away from his defenseman. Unable to evade him. Gavin Dumas now with the puck. Short side shot goes high wide. Brendan Ma, glove down. Back for Xander Zoya. Zoya fighting for it, unable to get the stick on it. D'Souza with a risky tunnel under the stick of the Knight. A little bit of contact there late in the zone. Zoya, quick shot off. Kisses the post on that one. Not sure if that was a skate, knob, or the puck. Looks like it went a little bit wide of the post. Something else hit it. Zoya looking, dancing along, trying to find options. He makes it through one, makes it through two. And he's assisted by Brendan Ma on the boards. Just not enough on Brendan Ma's continued effort on that push. And the puck finds his way out of the zone, and the Engineers will restart again. Brendan Ma gains the zone. Trying to shoot through the feet. Shoots William Gesa in the foot. May or may not feel that one. He's probably fine. Shot up and away. Side Karame. By Karame with a little cheeky toe drag on the neutral zone. Beyond the red line, we will get an icing and it'll go all the way down into the Clarkson Knights defensive zone. I just realized I forgot to start the clock again. Who's paying attention though? Wow, a quick goal. Anton Safanov, I believe that is his third of the night. Of course, I'm looking away at the clock when he scores. Seems to be a common theme here with me. That will push the score to 9-1 for the Engineers. Clarkson goalies left out a little bit dry there in the tight defensive zone. Engineers looking to regain the zone again, and will go down for a quick icing. How'd that goalie go in? How'd that goalie go in?
Like 5 goals. He just went straight through on the face-off.
Puck up, and away. Henry Young challenges that on the boards, able to get it out. Knights looking to work down low. Battle in the corner. Knights unable to get the puck all the way to the point. Henry Young, a little bit of shiftiness. Pushes down. Zach Roy will bird dog. Putting the pressure on, causes mistakes. O'Malley challenges beyond the blue line. And his labors yield fruits as the Engineers work low. Trent Burton, using the power of his seniority to command the puck along the boards as he regains the puck behind the net, looking for an option. He finds the point. O'Malley quick slip across to D'Souza. Another goal from Trent Burton. Clarkson Knights still showing some fervor. O'Malley carries it up, cautious. He gains the neutral zone. Small slash to the stick, waved off by the referee. Kevin Dumas unable to pull it from his far side. Looking to switch the ice. They'll go down for an icing as another broken stick is on play. Not sure who that is. Alec Garabet on zone looking for a shot. Shot off the pads. Puck slides through. Unable to be collected by the Knights in front of the net. Alec Garabet goes for a change after sliding into the zone. Seven Feldman recovers the puck from the neutral zone, looking for a little individual effort here. Unable to scoop that puck on net, still has it behind the net. Reverses it to Anton Safanov, who will pick that up on the near side boards. Using his feet and body to try and separate the man from the puck. It looks like he's grabbing onto him a little bit. That'll happen though. John Hudson with light pressure on the puck. Anton Safanov. Puck slipped away from him a little bit there. Knights using their body to get the puck towards the direction of the net. Anton Safanov picks off that pass. Headmans into the Henry Young. Henry Young. Finds Anton low again. Anton trying to bring the puck to the point. Nope, never mind. He faked me out too. Trent Burton working down low. Trent Burton with a little cheeky step gets put on his behind. And Van Rossum goes down with the Knight. No penalty called there. Trent Burton looking headman, whips a little bit. Reverses it back to Seth McKenna, who whiffs it again into the zone. Though the puck does make it some distance now on that one. The Knights in the neutral zone. D'Souza picks that one off. Ryan D'Souza is a commanding force on the defensive line for the Engineers, both in large stature and presence in his play. Gavin Tomas loses his edge in the offensive zone. The Knights looking to gain their offensive zone. Get a shot off. Quick reverse. Send it down low. Not much presence there from the Knights. Making plays like that, we got to pick him up. Brendan Ma gains the offensive zone. Whiffs on that one. Picked up by Sandra Zoya. Possibly strategic. We don't know. Gavin Dumas shot. Saved. High blocker. Sandra Zoya battling in the corner. It's in his feet. It's in his feet. The Knights, move it past through the neutral zone. Through the feet of Zaid Karame, but it is picked off by Severin Feldman. Zaid Karame again, pushing back into the zone. The puck will bounce into the zone. Steven Feldman will settle it behind the net. Feldman going to take some speed. Headmans it to William Gesa. He forwards that to Alec Garabet. Alec Garabet on a little bit of a sloppy pass pickup. Zach Boone working behind the net. Karame sends it back in. Knights. Send the puck into the offensive zone. Very few numbers, unable to collect on it. Zaid Karame fights off the body. Gets a quick shot off, and that is held. Face-off dot scuffle. Anton Safanov low in his office again. Ovechkin is his office. Right below the hash marks on the circle. Anton Safanov's office is right down low below the red line. Or the goal line, sorry, not the red line. Looking to pick up with the hands. The Knights are unable to succeed in that one. Then Rossum reverses it for Henry Ong. He's shoulder checking. Being aware of his surroundings. Pushes it through, and the puck will go into the netting, and the play will be stopped. Save, turned aside, rebound not available to Seth McKenna. So we come into our last 5 minutes of this game between these two teams. Puck sent in the shoulder of the Knights. Knights flip the puck out. Knights enter the zone. D'Souza turns that puck away. Uses large frame and shoves back. O'Malley changing the ice. Switching. Trent Burton picks it up. Shot up. Won't go into the netting. Xander Zoe will pick it up in the far corner. Unable to make it past the sideboards. Glove down by Zaid Karame. Side Karama entering the zone. Puck in front. Xander Zoya unable to get a clean shot off. He's contested with sticks. Brendan Maw, spinning. Side Karame back in the corner, picking up that rebound. Brendan Maw back behind, centers it, unable to find anyone. No availability there. Gavin Dumas, neutral zone. Unable to pick up that puck, and the puck is sent into the stands. An interesting hit. Stephen Feldman. Engineers regaining the offensive zone. Sent along the boards by the Knights. And then Rossum attempted to pick it up, miss it. It's recollected by Alec Garabet. Unable to find a good shot. Sends it to Will Gasa. Will Gasa tries to find the center. Jack Bowen unable to get there. Knights gain the zone. That cross crease pass is stopped by William Gasa. On a commendable back check. Puck finds its way into the zone again. John Hudson looking to slow down the play, reverses it. Jack Bowen unable to pick that up on the near side sideboards. Like the 4 bubble plus 1 Knight line. This entire line wears a bubble, plastic bubble cage, except for one defenseman. Henry Ong muscling his man off the puck. Coming to our last 2 minutes of play here in today's matchup. Finds its way on net, and it'll be held. Looks like Hayden tried to get rid of it for a second with that gorilla glue glove. Hold on to it, didn't want to let it go. It's better that than the other way around. Face off, Zach Roy loses that one. The Knights push that on net. Shoulder save by Hayden, and the puck dances on top of the boards and falls into the stands. Minute and 30 left in this game. Trent Burton blocks a shot. Another shot blocked. Niall O'Malley. Zachary Roy against the offensive zone, looking to get a last-minute chance. Turned aside swiftly by the right pad. Xander Zoya collects the puck again. Makes his way around his forward. And Trent Burton puts away the 11th. I believe that is Trent's second or third of the day. And that will do it. A 10-goal deficit. Oh, never mind. Looks like a little bit of false alarm there. Not sure what just happened there. It's premature on that. Last 45 seconds of this matchup. Brendan Ma behind the net. Swift pass from Xander Zoya. Gavin Dumas sends it to the point. Stephen Feldman collects it. Brendan Ma getting their last couple touches in here at the end of this third period. Side Karame sends it out of the zone. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for this game. RPI Engineers versus the Clarkson Knights. A couple, I think 2 hat tricks, maybe possibly only hat trick from Anton Safanov. I believe 2 from Trent Burton, and a few others mixed in there. Can't remember off the top of my head. A little bit one-sided here today in this matchup. These teams will meet again tomorrow, so do tune back in. I don't remember the game. I think it's around 12 and 1:30 game tomorrow. And hopefully there's a little bit more competition tomorrow. The Knights have a little bit to think on overnight. Thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast. Sorry for the couple of technical difficulties and breaks we took mid-broadcast, but we don't get paid for this. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you all. Have a good night. If you're anywhere else, get home safe. Thank you all for listening.